Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to do a deep dive on Coco Jones.
Oh, yeah.
She's just this amazing singer and actress
Mm.
who's making some serious waves.
Yes, she is.
We're going to be breaking down her interview on Shannon Sharp's club Shay Shay,
Oh, nice.
to get a feel for her journey. And trust me,
That counts.
it's a fascinating one.
It really is. It's fascinating how open she is about the ups and downs of her career, you know? She doesn't shy away from the tough stuff.
No, she doesn't. And it's interesting, speaking of her background,
Right.
did you know her dad, Mike Jones, was an NFL player?
I did, yeah.
Shannon Sharp actually knew him personally.
Oh, wow, that's right, he did.
Yeah, and what's interesting to me, it's how Coco was already, such a powerhouse
Yeah,
at such a young age.
he was.
Imagine singing the national anthem at a Rams game when you're only 9.
9 years old. That's crazy. Yeah, not just that she was a basketball star, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that kind of drive and ambition at such a young age is pretty remarkable.
Right.
Shows a real dedication to her craft even back then.
It really does. And I have to ask you, did you hear about the time that she was on the Maury Povich show at 12?
You mean when her mom thought that she had magical powers?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That whole thing.
That's a hilarious story.
It is, right? Apparently, bad things would happen if Coco didn't listen to her.
Wow.
So it sounds like she always had a strong personality, even as a kid.
For sure.
But let's shift gears for a second and talk about, her Disney days.
Okay.
She was on Disney's Next Big Thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then she landed a starring role in Let It Shine.
Yeah, and even though she didn't win Next Big Thing, she still saw it as a positive experience.
Oh, for sure.
She was only 14 at the time.
Wow.
Talk about, having a mature outlook on her career at such a young age.
Yeah, I'm curious. What do you think was going through her mind at that time?
Right.
She was still a teenager.
Still a teenager.
But already navigating, the world of show business.
I think it just speaks to her focus and professionalism.
Yeah.
Plus, think about this and Let It Shine. She's acting alongside Tyler James Williams, who's
Well-
significantly older,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it must have been such a unique dynamic.
Totally. Now, here's a detail I found really interesting, okay?
Okay.
She worked with Victoria Monet early in her career.
Wow.
Before Victoria became, the Grammy-winning songwriter she is today.
Oh, wow.
So what do you make of that?
Well, it's a great example of the importance of networking and collaboration.
Yeah.
Especially in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
You never know who you'll cross paths with and how those connections might shape your career later on,
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if that early collaboration with Victoria, influenced Coco's musical style in any way.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some subtle influences we could trace back, right?
Right.
It just makes you wonder,
Yeah.
what other hidden gems we might uncover as we continue to explore her journey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we can't talk about Coco's story without addressing the 8-year hiatus she went through.
Oh, yeah.
What was your take on that period of her life?
Well, it's incredible how she faced so much adversity during those years.
Yeah.
Rejection, financial struggles, even a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
But still came out on top. It really showcases her resilience.
It does, It's definitely a side of the entertainment industry we don't often hear about.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine having to make, tough choices, like moving in with roommates,
Oh, yeah.
just to keep pursuing your dream.
Right.
Do you think those experiences ultimately shaped who she is today?
Absolutely. I mean, those years forced her to dig deep,
Yeah.
and develop a level of grit and determination that you just can't learn from a textbook.
Right.
And remember that viral tweet asking what happened to Coco Jones?
Yeah.
She took that moment,
Oh, yeah.
which could have been embarrassing, and turned it into an opportunity to connect with her fans in a whole new way.
That was a brilliant move.
It was.
Instead of shying away, she owned her narrative,
Yeah.
shared her truth. What I find inspiring is how she found strength in vulnerability.
Yeah.
She talked about going to therapy and embracing her authentic self.
Therapy could be such a powerful tool for personal growth,
Mm-hmm.
and it's great that she's so open about her experiences.
Yeah,
It helps to destigmatize seeking help,
for sure.
especially in an industry that often prioritizes image over well-being.
Yeah.
What stands out to you about her decision to be so open about her struggles?
I think it makes her relatable to
Yeah.
anyone who's ever faced like setbacks or
Yeah.
self-doubt.
Right.
It humanizes her
Yeah.
and it allows people to connect with her on a
Yeah.
deeper level.
Mm-hmm.
It's just refreshing to see someone in the public eye be so honest about their journey.
Absolutely. It shows a level of maturity and self-awareness,
Yeah. Yeah.
that I think resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that it's okay to not have it all figured out
Right.
and to seek support when you need it.
Exactly. And speaking of finding her voice, let's move on to like her current success.
Okay.
She's starring in the Peacock show, Bel Air.
Yes.
Her upcoming album, Why Not More, is creating a buzz.
Yeah.
And her new single, Taste, even samples Britney Spears' Toxic.
What?
That's a bold move.
It is. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I mean, sampling an iconic song like Toxic,
Yeah.
that's risky.
Right.
But she makes it her own.
Yeah.
It speaks to her creative vision.
For sure.
And her confidence.
I love that she's not afraid to take risks, try new things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have to bring this up because I found it hilarious.
Okay.
She mentioned, like, wanting to be a Disney princess.
Oh, really?
Like Tiana from The Princess and the Frog.
Oh, that's
And she said Disney already has her number.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It's great to see her, like, maintain that playful side. Even with all the success she's achieved.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, she hasn't lost sight of what brings her joy.
Right.
Exactly. Speaking of joy, she's incredibly candid about body image and societal pressures.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on her decision not to get plastic surgery?
It's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
Especially in an industry that often prioritizes unrealistic beauty standards.
Right.
She's choosing to embrace her natural beauty and challenge those norms.
Yeah.
And it's a great message for young people who are constantly bombarded with images of perfection.
So important to see someone like Coco Jones standing up for self-acceptance.
Absolutely.
Now, of course, we can't forget about her dating life.
Oh, right.
Remember that rumor with Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, I remember that.
They showed up at a concert holding hands and wearing matching outfits.
Wow. Yeah, dating in the public eye must be like a whole other level of complicated.
Right.
What's interesting to me is that she seems to be navigating it with grace and a sense of humor.
She definitely seems grounded,
Yeah.
She talked about wanting a partner who sees her for who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney, not Coco Jones, the celebrity.
Right.
What resonated with you about her outlook on relationships?
I think it speaks to her desire for authenticity.
Yeah.
Genuine connection.
Yeah.
She's not looking for someone who's impressed by the fame or the spotlight.
Right.
She wants someone who sees her for the person she is beneath it all. It's a reminder that at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we all crave genuine human connection.
That's such an important point.
It is.
It's easy to get caught up in the external trappings of success.
Yeah,
But true happiness
Yeah.
comes from within and from those meaningful relationships
Yeah.
that we build.
absolutely. And Coco's emphasis on finding a partner who sees her for who she truly is,
Yeah.
it speaks volumes about her self-awareness and her commitment to living an authentic life.
I agree. Totally.
Yeah, it really is. It's refreshing to hear someone in the spotlight prioritize genuine connection over superficiality.
It really is. And, as we kind of delve deeper into her story,
Okay.
it's clear that Coco's journey has been all about, like, finding her voice, both as an artist
Right.
and as a person.
Yeah, that's a great observation.
Right.
It's like each challenge she's faced, each setback
Yeah.
has ultimately helped her refine who she is and what she wants to express.
Right. And that 8-year hiatus where she faced so much rejection and uncertainty,
Yeah.
it must have been incredibly tough
Yeah.
to navigate emotionally.
It was, yeah.
What do you think was, like, the most difficult aspect of
Yeah.
that period for her?
Well, she was very candid about the emotional toll it took on her.
Yeah.
She talked about feeling lost,
Yeah.
confused,
Mm-hmm.
and even started to doubt her abilities.
Yeah.
I think that self-doubt can be incredibly crippling,
Yeah.
especially for someone who is so driven and passionate.
It makes you realize that, like, success isn't always a straight line upwards.
No, it's not.
There can be these periods of, like, intense struggle and uncertainty
Right.
that really test your resolve.
Absolutely. And what's inspiring is that she didn't let those setbacks define her.
Yeah.
She found ways to keep moving forward, even when it meant making difficult choices.
Yeah.
Think about it. She was living off savings, downgrading apartments,
Oh,
even
yeah.
dealing with roommates, you know, just to keep her dream alive.
It's a side of the entertainment industry we don't often hear about.
Yeah, for sure.
That hustle and that financial instability that many aspiring artists face.
Right.
Do you think those experiences ultimately made her stronger?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think they gave her a unique perspective
Mm-hmm.
and a level of empathy that she wouldn't have otherwise.
Right.
It forced her to, like, confront her own vulnerabilities and develop a resilience that would serve her well in the future.
And let's not forget about, the toxic relationship she was in during that time. It must have been incredibly challenging to, like, extricate herself from that situation
Yeah.
while also trying to rebuild her career.
I know. It's a testament to her strength and self-awareness that she recognized the situation wasn't healthy
Right.
and made the decision to walk away.
Yeah.
She realized that, like, material possessions and superficial connections
Yeah.
couldn't bring her true happiness.
It's a powerful message
Yeah.
for anyone who might be struggling in a similar situation.
It is.
It's okay to prioritize your well-being and seek out relationships
Right.
that are based on mutual respect and support.
Absolutely. And she's spoken openly about how therapy played a huge role in helping her rebuild her self-esteem and establish healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to see her advocate for mental health
Yeah.
and normalize seeking help when you need it.
It's a reminder that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness.
Absolutely.
And, we can't talk about her comeback
Yeah.
without mentioning that viral video she made
Oh,
addressing the "What Happened to Coco Jones" tweet.
that's right. Yeah.
That was such a brilliant move.
It really was. Instead of letting that moment define her in a negative way,
Yeah.
she took control of the narrative and turned it into an opportunity to connect with her audience
Yeah.
on a much deeper level.
It's a great example of, like, the power of vulnerability and authenticity.
It is.
By being open about her struggles.
Yeah.
She made herself relatable to so many people who had also faced setbacks
For sure.
and challenges in their own lives.
Absolutely.
And it speaks to her savvy use of social media.
It does. Yeah.
She's embraced platforms like TikTok to showcase her talent, connect with fans directly,
Yeah.
and even address, like, difficult topics.
Right.
In a way that's both engaging and informative.
Yeah. It's a prime example of how artists can leverage social media
Yeah.
to build their brand
Mhm.
and reach a wider audience.
She's really adapted to the changing landscape of the entertainment industry.
She has.
Speaking of which, it's interesting to hear her perspective on colorism in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
She raises important points about the lack of representation,
Right.
the need for greater diversity, both in front of and behind the camera.
Yeah, for sure.
She believes it's a matter of changing perceptions and proving that stories centered around darker-skinned women
Right.
can be successful.
Right.
And she's definitely putting her money where her mouth is.
She is.
She landed a starring role in Bel Air,
Yep.
a popular reimagining of, like, a classic show.
It is.
And her music is topping the charts.
Uh-huh.
She's a living example that these stories can resonate with a wide audience.
Absolutely. She's not just talking about change.
Yeah.
She's actively creating it.
Right.
And she's not afraid to use her platform to speak out about issues she cares about, like body image and societal pressures.
Right. Her decision not to get plastic surgery is a powerful statement,
It is.
especially in an industry where appearances are often emphasized.
Right.
What message do you think that sends
Yeah.
to her fans, especially young women who might be struggling with their own body image?
Well, it sends a message of self-acceptance
Yeah.
and encourages them to embrace their natural beauty. She's challenging those unrealistic beauty standards
Yeah.
and reminding us that true beauty comes from within.
Yeah.
It's a message that needs to be amplified,
For sure.
especially in a world where so many feel pressured to conform.
I couldn't agree more. Now, before we move on to, like, the final part of our deep dive, I wanted to touch on something that really struck me
Okay.
about her interview.
Right.
Coco repeatedly mentioned
Yeah.
how crucial her mother's support has been
Oh, yeah.
throughout her journey.
Her mom was her rock,
Yeah.
her advocate, her manager, everything.
It's amazing to see that kind of unwavering belief in a child's dream.
It is.
Even when things get tough.
Right. It speaks volumes about the power of family
Yeah.
and the impact it can have on shaping someone's path.
And while her relationship with her father has been more complicated,
Right.
it's inspiring that she's actively working towards rebuilding that connection.
She is, and she talked about how their relationship became strained after she shifted her focus from sports to music.
Right.
You know, it's a reminder that even within families,
Yeah.
understanding and support can ebb and flow.
Yeah.
But what's important is that she's committed to creating a positive narrative for herself and her future children.
That's a powerful testament to her growth and her desire to, like, break those cycles.
Right.
It shows a real maturity and a deep understanding
For sure.
of the importance of family.
It does. It also highlights the fact that life is a journey and relationships evolve over time.
Yeah.
It's about communication, forgiveness,
Yeah.
a willingness to work through challenges.
So as we, like, wrap up this part of our deep dive
Oh.
into Coco Jones's world,
Yeah.
what are some of the, like, key takeaways that stand out to you?
Well, for me, it's her unwavering determination.
Yeah.
Even when she was facing those incredibly tough years,
Yeah.
she never lost sight of her dream.
Right.
And she didn't let pride get in the way.
Mm.
You know, she was willing to adapt and try new things.
Yeah.
Whether it was moving in with roommates or embracing a new platform like TikTok.
She's a great example of how setbacks don't have to define us.
Right.
They can actually be opportunities for growth and transformation.
And Coco's story is also a powerful reminder that it's okay to be vulnerable, you know, to share our struggles and connect with others on a human level.
That authenticity is what makes her so relatable.
It is.
She's not putting on a facade.
Right.
She's being her true self, flaws and all.
Exactly. And that's what makes her such a powerful role model.
Yeah.
You know, she's showing us that it's okay to be ourselves, to embrace our unique qualities, and to define success on our own terms.
Yeah, it's so inspiring to see how she's used her experiences, you know, both the good and the bad,
Right.
to, like, fuel her growth
Yeah.
and create a life that's true to herself.
Her journey's a reminder that there's no, like, one-size-fits-all path to success, you know?
Right.
It's about finding what works for you, trusting your instincts,
Yeah.
and never giving up on your dreams.
And sometimes that means, like, being willing to step outside of your comfort zone
Oh, yeah?
and embrace the unknown, you know? Coco's story is a great example of that, you
Yeah.
know? She could have easily given up during those 8 years,
For sure.
but she just kept pushing forward, trying new things,
Right.
and ultimately found a way to, like, make her dreams a reality.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, you know,
Yeah.
it's about recognizing our own resilience
Mm-hmm.
and finding the strength to keep going,
Yeah.
even when faced with adversity.
I think that's a message that resonates with everyone.
Yeah. Regardless of, like, what field they're in
Right.
or what challenges they're facing,
Yeah.
life is full of ups and downs.
It is.
And it's, you know, how we navigate those challenges that
Yeah.
ultimately shapes who we become.
Coco's journey is also a powerful reminder
Yeah.
of the importance of, you know, authenticity and vulnerability.
Yeah. She's not afraid to show her true self,
Right.
flaws and all.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what makes her so relatable and inspiring to
Absolutely.
so many people.
Yeah, she's not putting on a facade
Right.
or trying to be someone she's not.
Mm-hmm.
She's embracing her individuality
Yeah.
and encouraging others to do the same.
You know, speaking of individuality,
Okay.
I love how she's spoken out
Mm-hmm.
about not wanting to conform to, like, societal pressures,
Right?
especially when it comes to body image.
Yeah, her decision not to get plastic surgery, that's a powerful statement.
It is.
Especially in an industry that often prioritizes, like, unrealistic beauty standards.
You know, it's a reminder that true beauty comes from within and that we should celebrate our unique qualities.
It's a message that I think a lot of young people need to hear,
Oh, for sure.
especially in today's world, you know,
Yeah.
where they're constantly bombarded with images of, quote, perfection
Right.
on social media.
It's so important for them to see someone like Coco Jones,
Yeah.
you know, who's successful and confident in her own skin,
Yeah.
embracing her natural beauty and challenging those norms.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of Coco Jones,
Yeah.
what are some of the key lessons we can, like, take away from her journey? What stands out to you?
I think, you know, her story highlights the importance of resilience, self-belief,
Yeah.
and staying true to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
even when faced with adversity. You know? She's a reminder that setbacks don't have to define us.
Yeah.
They can actually be opportunities for growth and transformation.
She also emphasizes, like, the importance of finding your voice.
Yeah.
Both as an artist and as a person.
Right. It's about embracing your unique perspective.
Yeah.
And using your platform to speak out about issues that matter to you.
And she reminds us that success isn't just about, like, achieving your goals.
It's not, no.
It's also about the journey, the lessons learned, the connections made.
The impact you have on others along the way.
I think that's a beautiful way to sum it up.
It is.
Coco Jones's story is a testament
It is.
to the power of perseverance, authenticity, and, like, the importance of embracing your true self.
Right.
It's a reminder that we all have a unique story to tell.
We do.
And that our voices deserve to be heard.
They do.
So go out there, find your voice, chase your dreams,
Yeah.
and remember, you are capable of amazing things.
And don't forget to check out her new music.
Yes.
And Bel Air.
Until next time, keep diving deep.